Welcome to Lagged Out, the official podcast of The Damn Lag. And
Go Tigers!
Ricky?
Thanks for that.
Ricky? Really, dude? Why? Anyway. This week's games are Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, and NBA 2K12. I'm here with Genki. Genki, say hi.
Hi!
Rick Pearson.
Hey, what's up, folks?
And Jared Yak McLean.
What's up?
And this week, we're talking Shadow, Ico, and NBA 2K12. Before we get into those games, we're going to cover two quick topics. First, the Battlefield 3 beta. Everyone here besides Jared has played it, so we'll start off with you. Genki, what are your impressions? Battlefield 3 beta.
Battlefield 3 beta. It was very disappointing. There were no quad bikes at all. And you die in about 2 shots. It's like in Bad Company 2 when everybody has on Magnum ammo, you would die like instantly almost, is all this game is. And it wasn't fun. I did not enjoy it. It felt like Call of Duty. Yeah, it was going for hyper-realism, I get that. I just don't think that...
So then how did it feel like Call of Duty?
Huh?
I just said it felt like Call of Duty, and that sounds like the opposite of Call of Duty to me.
Really?
That hyper-realism.
Well, I mean, the hyper-realism being, okay, you die in like a couple shots. Although I would argue that that's not exactly true.
Well, I mean, Call of Duty, you can have like half a clip landing you, and there's regenerative health. And it feels arcadey almost.
That is
Whereas
true.
Battlefield 3 is like you're saying, yeah, it's fucking 2 shots and you're fucked.
Yeah, I just don't like that realistic take on shooters. I don't want to.
Were you playing it on 360 or PC?
I was playing.
Yeah, that's the big thing. All right.
That's. I think my opinion's invalid just because I'm playing, on the GIMP's console version. So I don't.
Yeah, I played both the PC and the 360 version, and yeah, the 360 version, or just I guess the console version, is infinitely worse. It doesn't, not infinitely, but just it's not as good. It's not the same experience. Few things. One. It's not as beautiful. It doesn't have that. It's very nice looking on the console or PS3, but I don't think it's the best console game I've ever seen. PC though, it might be the most gorgeous game I've ever looked at. So that's a big difference. But besides visually, the maps are bigger on PC. There's more options. There's more.
64 players.
Exactly. Just more you could do, and yeah.
Wait, doesn't the PC have the same map as the 360 version, or is the 361?
No, 360 version has like half the maps cut off. I don't know if it's half, but
there's like
not
only one map in the 360 version.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a beta, so.
Right. So the PC version has 2 maps?
No, that map's bigger.
Yeah, just bigger.
Huh.
Well, I've never seen
the
PC version.
The console has a smaller cap as far as players go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the cap? Is it 32?
I think so.
Is it half? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that map have any vehicles on it?
Nope.
So,
There's no quad
I mean,
bikes.
is it even really fair to judge the game? Because I mean, that's kind of what.
Well, that's the thing. It's not a demo. It's a beta. They're actually taking your advice, and they're trying to make the game better. They're not showcasing it. So
I think though with a beta, nowadays you really do need to showcase it more, especially when like I saw them tweet.
Well, then make
earlier.
it a demo, and then
Well, yeah, I think that nowadays betas and demos are almost the same kind of thing. I mean,
yeah, betas kind of are glorified demos, but
yeah, because I mean they were complaining about how they lost 32,000 pre-orders on the game ever since they put out the beta, and
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they were just
I know
talking about that.
Wow.
Yup.
That seems just okay. Yeah, it almost seems like a bad idea to even release a beta now because people don't understand that's not the finished product, and it can even be dramatically changed. I mean, I get what Steve we were talking about this earlier, and he was saying they only have a month to do it, but
They could have had a better beta though. just because I remember playing the beta for Bad Company 2 and just really being blown away by it and just really having fun with it, being excited for the game, and that was just the beta. And in comparison to this one, this just felt like crap. You know? There were
Plus,
no
I mean, like the things that people are complaining about don't seem to be, technical issues for the most part. They're complaining about the actual game.
Well, yeah, that's what it even sounds like Genki's complaining about. Like, he just doesn't like the actual feel of the game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I can't say that I do either because since I've downloaded it, I played it one day. That's it. Didn't want to go back to it because I bought the Ico Collection and NBA 2K12, so... And I didn't even think about going back and playing it because, yeah, I guess that means I didn't have fun with it, even though I liked it. But
It just didn't leave that great of an impression. And for a game that was supposed to be like the savior of FPSs, that's not that good.
well, I don't know if anyone put that on it, but
I think a lot of people did.
Yeah.
PC gamers
At
are.
the very least, it was put up to be the thing to save us from Call of Duty.
Which is ridiculous in itself, that concept.
Well, I'm fucking sick of Call of Duty, so I'm glad they're gonna buy Battlefield 3 and give it a chance. But that's more to do with I'm fucking sick of Call of Duty and almost FPSs in general. So.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think FPS needs a savior. I don't want it saved. I want it to go away for a while.
For how long, though?
Until I am no longer sick of them.
So you want the most popular genre right now to go away?
That's not going to happen.
That is never going to happen.
I know it's not, but I can still want things.
Yes, you can. You can want silly things like
Just
that.
close your damn eyes.
Why? What does
I don't
that
know.
do?
So then you won't be able to see it.
Yes. I don't know.
You won't be able to play it either with your eyes closed. So.
I'm sure you can. There's plenty of blind people that play video games.
No. Problem solved. Close your eyes for 2 years.
2
That'll
years.
do.
I'd say there's like plenty. There's a few.
Okay, guys, don't get mad at me for this.
I am mad at you for that.
Thanks, Thanks, Ricky.
All right, let's
Okay,
move
well,
on. That's what I think of.
That's a good segue into Steve.
What?
Segue into Steve.
Steve, are
Anyway,
you going to buy a Segway? They're really nice to get around New York.
that's what I've been hearing. Yeah, we were going to talk about Skyward Sword next, but obviously we couldn't segue from a fart noise to
Just
Skyward
talk
Sword.
about the.
So
romance,
let's
shall I
just
get it over with?
transition to NBA.
Okay, that's fucked up. You know it's a lockout right now. That's okay.
Genki, that was kind of screwed up,
All right,
man.
let's just talk about the romance trailer. Let's just get out of the way.
No,
It was
bunch of-
cute.
It was cute. Yeah, that's pretty
It
much.
didn't show anything though. It didn't show anything.
Yeah, I mean, well, then again, the trailer they released before that, that's another thing we'll talk about is that other trailer. They did show a lot in that one.
Yeah, I know. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
The game looks great. Like it looks, because when I don't know, not everyone loves. Well, I think everyone kind of looking back on it loves Wind Waker as polarizing as it was when it first came out. But
don't
I think
the
it might-
game
I
was
think it might be
polarizing.
nice.
I don't think the game was polarizing. I think just the arts.
the arts exactly. Like that really pissed people off, and I don't know if that's because I was like 14 when it came out, but like EGM and like all the magazines I read made a huge deal about it, and that's kind of when message boards were starting to take off. That's when I joined the message board scene. It was like 03, around then, and people were just fucking pissed. But I don't know. I thought it was cool, and then once it came out, I loved that game, except for the Triforce show.
Yeah, the Triforce collecting was pretty bad.
I mean, that was terrible. But I mean, outside of that, it's a great game.
Kinky, what do you think about Skyward Sword?
I think it looks beautiful, and I am really, really excited for it. I've been excited for it like most of the time since it was announced. Let's just kind of, as I saw more and more stuff from it, I was just like, this looks really cool. And just the concept that they're saying it's going to be chronologically, the first story in the entire timeline. I'm really curious because it looks like it's going to be about how the Master Sword is made. So I'm just really curious as to where everything is going to go and how it's going to hint at other games. Because like I was playing Minish Cap, And in Minish
Very
Cap, they're talking about how a sword came down from the sky and they used it to, vanquish evil. I'm just like, is that gonna tie in with Skyward Sword at all? Because that's a little too.
Do Nintendo do they count the Capcom games as canon?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
It's
Yeah.
still so weird to me that Zelda games have a canon.
Well, I mean, it's loosely followed, but
Yeah,
I mean, it's there, and I mean, as far as Skyward Sword goes, the combat looks so much fun.
Yes, it does.
It looks amazing.
This looks like a game that Twilight Princess should have been when they were like, "Oh, it's going to be on the Wii." This is what I wish. This is what the Wii had started with, because now we would have better games.
well,
it was a GameCube game, They just did that for
money.
literally.
Yeah, literally. Like, I think the last year of development, when they delayed it an entire year, it was really just to get it on the Wii. There was no other reason.
Yeah, because they didn't have any really groundbreaking titles for the Wii when it came out.
Well, they had
I
Wii
still-
Sports.
I want to give
Well, that
Twilight
came with
Princess another chance, but
Have you beaten Twilight Princess?
I can't get past 5 hours in the game. I just put it down. I get so bored. And I try. I want to like it, but
I can't. I beat the game, of course, but there's this lull, and I can't beat it a second time, which is rare for me in Zelda games. And there's just this lull around after the third temple where you just go temple hopping, and the temples just aren't fun to play. And that's the thing that Skyward Sword has to do, right? And I think what Twilight Princess did was it just put so much emphasis on these dark, dreary temples, and not enough on like exploring the world. I always thought that was the most interesting part about Zelda, not going to dungeons and figuring out puzzles, but just exploring a world and trying to save a world.
What about the first 5 hours or 4 hours of that game?
Where you're like chasing cats and catching fish.
And I seriously cannot get past it.
I mean,
It's not even a huge investment, like time. It's only 4 hours. That's nothing for a game. But
it's weird because
I can't do it.
it didn't even have parts that would keep me chugging through. Like there's just not, like Wind Waker, the sailing and collecting the Triforce shards. I would still chug through it because the music and the world was so beautiful that I would
Selling
like.
wasn't that bad.
What?
Selling wasn't that
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, it wasn't
Triforce
that
shards.
bad. But thanks to like the ocean theme and just how beautiful like the ocean looked, it wasn't like I was having a bad time. Sure, I wasn't having the most fun ever while sailing, but I was still enjoying myself to a degree.
I don't know. I think the sailing. I still feel like the sailing got a little out of control. It was just too much of it, and that's one of the things that kind of bugs me about Skyward Sword. Is that recently they said that the way that you travel is on the bird in the sky, and that the map layout is very similar to Wind Waker's sailing maps. So instead of sailing in the sea, you're sailing on the clouds.
Well, the thing is, there was too much selling in Wind Waker because it wasn't fun. If it was fun, it would have been, So if they can nail the travel part in Skyward Sword, if they have the same amount, as long as it's fun, it won't matter. Selling, there's nothing to it though. There's you'd sell for a minute, just do nothing, and then fight a random enemy that wasn't fun to beat, and then sell again for another minute and repeat that.
Yeah, that was pretty much the cycle.
I mean, so if they can figure out how to do that in Skyward Sword with fun motion controls or whatever, as long as they make it fun, with good, like the combat looks so good on the ground. If they can apply that to the traveling, I'm sold.
It's not so. I mean, the problem with Twilight Princess was that the enemies weren't fun to kill, and that's a big problem. When you're not having fun killing enemies, like that's a problem. And supposedly each enemy is like a mini puzzle in Skyward Sword. You have to slash them a certain way, slash them a few times a certain way,
awesome.
and that's exactly what you'd want from a Zelda game. And there's bosses that try and predict what motions you're gonna make with your sword and block you and grab your sword if you make like too predictable of a motion. That's really cool. That's what I would want from a sword fighting game, not only a Zelda game. But yeah, we'll see. I'm really excited for it. It's still it's there with Skyrim as far as what game I really just can't wait for anymore.
I wonder if they're gonna up the puzzles at all.
What do you mean?
Just from a challenge standpoint, because the Zelda puzzles are always cute and fun, but not always.
Well, they
fun,
said supposedly from the people who played it, this is the most challenging Zelda game.
Okay, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted with that art style. Like it all looks like it's coming together. I'm really excited for this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nintendo announced today that this is what they've considered their biggest project ever, as far as the money.
Yeah, but I mean,
They said it's the most money they put into a single game ever.
oh okay.
Well,
I
so
thought
here's
you
the
just meant-
question: what are they going to do for the next one? Like, how
Well,
are
they
they?
already have it planned. It's already they already have their art design style made. They're sticking with that Wii HD demo.
No, they're just gonna say, all right, this was the last Zelda. We're done.
Well,
We're
I
also
mean,
done making
it's
Mario
just
games.
it just sounds like we're putting our heart and soul into the Zelda game. Oh well, how about that next one in 3 years? How, are you gonna
3
push that?
years. This one took
So-
5.
Yeah, actually,
That's
it could
true.
be a considerable amount of time for the next one.
Maybe.
Didn't Wind Waker to Twilight was that Wind Waker came 2003? What Twilight Princess was 2007?
It was
6?
it was 2006, late 2006, and Wind Waker came out in early 2003. Wind Waker came out in like March. I think it came out.
So yeah, that was like
in
a 3-year gap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the N64 had what 2-year gap between Ocarina and Majora.
Majora's Mask. Yeah, 2 year gap. It was Majora's Mask was like the second to last release for the.
So yeah, we can probably expect the next Zelda in 3 years at the earliest, maybe 4 years at the latest.
Well, if they use the
Is
Wii, have you saw the Wii HD thing, right? The HD Zelda.
yeah, I still don't get why everyone freaked out over it. I mean,
Because it was really cool.
no, I mean
Look,
it'll be cool to
hey.
have Zelda in a high def, form finally. Just any Nintendo game in a high def form will be cool.
I mean, that
But
was
I mean,
the
it
best
didn't
tech
look
demo.
much better than PS3.
No, well, that tech demo was the best tech demo.
Well,
I've
I didn't.
seen.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it live, so.
I mean, it was a live demo. You could edit the settings and edit the lighting and stuff,
Mhm.
so it was definitely live. So the Wii U definitely has it. It's supposedly people like the developers that keep playing with it keep saying they're surprised about how much power it has. They thought it would only be like a bit stronger than the PS3, but supposedly it truly is much stronger. That
Well, it
doesn't
should
mean though.
be,
It
because
doesn't mean
PS3 came out in 06.
and Nintendo made it so that it would be. I mean, yeah, PS3 came out in 2006, but I don't know how much hardware has really like the types of hardware they're trying to focus on has really advanced. I'm not sure, like, because I don't think we have 1080p right now. Like, that's the idea. Is like we have to get true 1080p. Is 1080p really that much of a gap over 1080i, or are
Yeah.
we still waiting for Ultra HD?
No, I think progressive looks a lot better than it, at least I think.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's more. I don't know video game wise, like in sports and stuff. You can,
Because I think the next big gap as far as like visuals is going to come when they build consoles that are meant for this new technology called Ultra HD, which is supposed to
Yeah.
release in like 3 to 4 years.
What?
Yeah, Ultra HD is now like more resolution than what your retina can take. Yeah.
What the fuck?
just blows up your eyes.
It's so colorful.
You just get sucked in by its pure resolution and pixel
I'm
coverage.
cool with that because I mean, graphics are really cool now. But I mean, as a kid, I remember having a PlayStation. You'd be like, "Holy shit, dude! Graphics are not gonna get any better than this." But now, I'm older and more fucking just I don't know, judgmental, I guess. And I see all the jagged edges, and
I know.
graphics can get better. They can.
It's mostly frame rate issues that
And I'm
annoy
excited
me.
to see.
Because I was
Yeah.
playing what's it called, Dark Souls this week, and there was some major frame
Really?
rate hiccups. Yeah, at least that I caught. That just
think-
annoyed me. Like I understand like these bosses that they throw at you are huge, but I'm not like criticizing the game. I understand that it's a hardware limitation, but it's something that's noticeable, and that's one thing I just hope they nail. If they're not gonna really make a big leap as far as pixels and jagged edges, I hope they just get frame rates going. Because
Well, that's the thing, Steve. They did know that with the PS3 and stuff, but then everything raised, all the other standards raised too. Because like for example, Shadow of the Colossus, it really chugged along on PS2. Like it had pretty bad frame rate issues. Well, not pretty bad, but it was annoying. And then it looks just great on PS3 now.
let's move on then. Let's move on to this week's game. So let's do it. So Shadow of the Colossus. We'll start there. Ricky and I have both played. Ricky, I'm almost done with the HD version of Shadow. I've just started Ico.
Yeah, I'm the
Shadow.
opposite.
Shadow is always my favorite of the two. By the way, Ricky, do a review. Me and you, let's do it. Planning to get on the podcast. All right, sweet. Anyway.
I'll just sit in this corner here and wait.
Wait, do you have Shadow and Ico HD re-release?
Yeah, dude. I
Oh, shit. I didn't
rented
know.
it. I rented it and I've been playing through Shadow again. Now on the third.
Isn't the most noticeable quality the improvement of the frame rate? And just
Yes, because I remember when I played it on PS2, I remember thinking, this game is trying so hard to look so good, but it can't because it's on PS2, and I just remember wishing.
Dude, yeah,
they
I
were
thought the
waiting.
same thing with that and God of War 2. Those were the two games I thought, holy shit, dude, this is a really badass. But if PS3 was out right now, just imagine these games on PS3. And
Yeah.
now here we are talking about that.
For
Yeah.
me, Shadow of the Colossus has a special place in my heart. It's like it was one of those games where it completely changed the way I viewed video games. It was
That's how I feel about Ico.
yeah. Well, I played Eco after Shadow, so maybe that's why I view Shadow more personally. You know, it has a special place in my heart, and I liked Eco, but I love Shadow. Like it's one of my top 5 favorite games easily, and playing it again, I just noticed how, even though, yes, the HD re-release makes it look better, the art style is still what
Looks
makes
a
it
lot
so great. And that's transcended through console generations. I was looking at old PS2 videos, and even, for example, the end. Oh, I'm not gonna. We'll move away from the ending,
Yeah,
but
let's
just
don't do
but
spoilers.
just say for example, like in the beginning you have the shadow monsters, right? Even those still look so great on looking back on the PS2 because yeah, it wasn't high resolution, but they knew that, so they made these monster shadow beasts that just look so creepy and so perfect for what they were trying to achieve. And it's just one example of just how damn gorgeous this game is. Not to mention the music is beautiful, and fighting all these colossi is still great. And just noticing like the subtle things. Like I just got up to the boss, the sky boss, where the boss is. What's her name? What's its name? The one that's just floating around, chilling, and you have to kill it.
The dragon one.
Yeah, and it's not even bothering you. It's just flying in the air. Doesn't even know you're there. Just like whatever. I'm not colossi. I'm peaceful. You just have to murder this thing. That was the moment where you started to realize that this game. There's something about this game that it's not telling me.
That was the moment, yeah. Like that exact moment.
That's when you're like, oh wait, what's going on? What is this game trying to say? And it's subtlety.
I just got chills. Wow.
You're
It's a
welcome.
great fucking game. It's a great game.
It's just so subtle, and it doesn't treat you like you're stupid. It treats you like you're an adult who can understand what this game is trying to say.
Yeah, it doesn't spoon feed you, its message.
Well, up
Sure.
until
Like Gears of War 3.
up until it gets to that point where I'm on the one with the horse and I'm trying to lure it to the holes so I can get on its back. And I've been trying to do this for like maybe 20 minutes, and then the game just starts telling me you need to lure it and then trick it and climb on its back. I'm like, okay, thank you, game. And it tells me this every 2 minutes, and it won't stop telling me this. It's getting
You just
better.
gotta do it. You just gotta do it.
I can't.
My favorite, this is weird, but anyone has their own favorite colossi? Like, which is your favorite, Ricky?
First one.
First one?
Just because, that was the first time I ever saw anything of that size in any game. And it stuck with me forever.
Genki?
And I don't even remember most of the other ones. I'd have to go with the first one as well, just because it was a memorable first experience. It's like this giant thing's coming at you, and then just
Yeah,
That
it's just the skill for the
taste.
entire game.
that taste that you get from just climbing up it and just realizing, whoa, this game is going to get crazier.
Jared, what was your favorite colossi?
I agree with Genki and Ricky.
Boom!
Bam.
And mine was the last one. Because I remember being terrified of it when
That's
I
my
saw it.
second favorite one, yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, whoa, there's lightning and shit. This thing's gonna kill me. It was just so terrifying. And it's rare for a game to like make you scared of just how gigantic it is, or just how gigantic a character is. And yeah, I remember when the first time I saw what I think it's called like Gigas or something. I remember I was just scared as fuck. Just some 14-year-old kid like, what is this?
Mommy.
And then the ending is, in my opinion, probably the best ending to a video
Yeah,
game.
it's great. Let's not go into specifics.
Yeah, I won't spoil it.
I mean, we're already kind of... Well, I mean, I guess... I don't think we're spoiling it, talking about the claw size. But...
No, we're not. Moving on then from Shadow. one of my all-time favorite games. But we'll go to Ico.
One
Jared,
of my all-time favorite games.
you played Ico, right? Jared, you played Ico and Shadow.
Yeah.
You haven't played the HD re-releases, but explain what was your initial opinion of Ico the first time you played it
Tell us.
10 years ago.
Tell us now.
Was it 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
The very first time
What came out
I
on
played it was on one of those demo discs that PlayStation Underground ones.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Remember those? And I just remember playing the demo, and I never played anything quite like it before. There's a real tactile sense to holding Yorda's hand. Like just the way that she kind of tugs when you...
Okay, we're talking about Ico, and the only thing you could mention is how Yorda's hand feels. Really? Really?
Well, it was.
Jared, I gave you complete spotlight to talk about one of the most interesting
No, I know what he's
experiences
talking
in
about.
video
I hold on to R1 really like tight.
games. Continue, Jared.
No! How about this? Fuck you! How about that?
Oh.
No, Jared, no.
Oh. Now he's gonna go back into his little.
Jared, tell me all about the R1 tactile feedback. I need to know.
I think he meant the way that the character reacts in the environment when you're like pulling her around.
Jared, is that what you meant?
Yes, that is what I meant.
Okay, go on about it.
Asshole.
Go on.
Don't feel like it, no.
Jared, don't do this to me, dude.
All right, I'll do it. I'll be Jared now. So yeah, when I'm running around, I have to pick her up when I get out on the ledge. It's really cool because
I have to press R1.
I have to pull him up, and then I have to call her, and she's usually a really stupid bitch, and I call her and she doesn't come, but it's probably what makes the game really cool. Is that accurate, Jared?
Jared,
It's a
was
great
that,
game.
Jared,
It's a
was
great
that an
game.
accurate portrayal of yourself?
Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's not my
You're
best
Doing a
impression.
great job, Steve. Doing a
If
great
you guys
job.
haven't listened to, if you guys haven't watched or played Ico,
Why'd you say Steve? That was Genki's impression of you.
I was agreeing with you, though.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
the game's not like that. The game's not like that, guys.
It's not.
No, it's fun. All right.
Yeah, I haven't played it in forever, but a friend of mine, he had never played it, and he had played Shadow, and he was playing the HD collection. And he was telling me how bored he got with Ico after playing it for just an hour. It's just like,
You should
I-
tell him
that's-
to go
you
to
can't
a
appreciate
bridge and jump off it.
oh, I did tell him something along those lines.
Like, find a bunch of knives and just jump on them
It was something like that.
repeatedly.
Just tell him to fucking kill himself. Because that's what you should do if you don't like this game.
Yep.
Not to sound arrogant.
It's seriously, it's fucking perfect. It's a
I-
perfect game.
I can agree it's not for everyone. It has this very somber atmosphere to it. The whole time it's very quiet.
I love the cute little connection between the games that Team Ico adds. Just throughout, while playing both games, if you play them back to back, you know they're connected somehow. And they do reveal a sort of like story-based connection. But just by playing them, you could tell like this
What
is
do you
the
mean?
same world. What do you mean? What do I mean? The story-based connection?
Yeah.
I don't want to give that away. All right, well, spoilers. So you can skip like 30 seconds ahead. At the end of the game in Shadow of the Colossus, there's the horn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys,
Spoiler end.
Um,
Actually, we got maybe 20 more seconds before they probably start listening.
guys, just rewind.
Yeah, it only took 10 seconds, everybody. So
go around. Favorite parts of Eco, Jared.
Okay, can I say my favorite part? Me first.
You first.
Right. My favorite. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about the game specifically. Just the high def. So when I first played this, like I don't know, 01, 02, whenever it came out. Well, it came out on 01. I played a little bit later, but on my PS2, Yorda was like a gray blob. There wasn't much detail to her because you're playing on standard def television and the graphics weren't. I mean, they did such a great job with the high def upscaling. It just looks amazing. Everything's so vivid and bright. And so on the PS2 version, she kind of looks like you couldn't see her face or anything. She was just kind of like a grayish blob, and now I'm seeing details on her that I've never seen before. Like she has expressions and stuff as you're calling her, and she has a glow to her, and it's it's fucking. I want to cry right now.
It's
Jared?
fucking beautiful.
It's fucking perfect.
I
They did such a good job.
kind of taken aback by Ricky's little moment there.
He had a moment.
It seriously looks good. It looks great.
It's beautiful, Ricky.
I hope Metal Gear Solid 2 fucking. Oh my god. I hope they do it right.
Jared.
I can't really. I don't think there really was like a single standout moment. It was all pretty. I mean, it wasn't like Shadow, which had these huge moments. It was all just kind of going from
What
one
about
thing.
when Yorda's witch-ass mom comes for the first time? You're like, holy shit, man, something's going on with this girl.
I think you're taking this a little bit personally.
Yeah, no, all right, let's just move on.
I think I agree though that you can't really pick out an experience from Ico just because the game as a whole is a singular experience. I mean, there aren't many moments that stand out as, more than others in the game. It's like just from start to finish, it's all just encapsulated,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, because like totally.
Hippie Ico review right now. Eco review. Sorry. It's the hipster way to say eco. Ico.
Yeah, which is it? Like, because I thought it was Eco, and then I hear people saying
It's
Ico.
Ico.
It is
It's
Eco?
because a lot of people, because it looks like Ico on paper, and when it first came out, no one fucking knew, and it was the developer. I forgot what fucking someone interviewed them, like interviewed the developer, the maker of it, who I don't remember his name, but they asked him straight up, is it Ico or Eco? And he said, Eco. It's Eco. And he said it over and over again.
Like he's angry.
Yeah.
My favorite part is right when you're on that bridge and you're not sure if the cutscene is ended or not. When you have to make that jump and you have like a split second to like make a jump, and it's just a perfectly executed blend of cinematics and video game storytelling. Team Eco, me and Jared always talk about like the limits of what you could do with the story in video games, because the games are just, begin level, end level, cutscene, begin level, end level, cutscene, and that just repeats. Maybe you throw like a few 5 to 10 second cutscene in between during a level, but it's usually just cutscenes sandwiched by levels. Eco and Shadow both mix them perfectly.
Guys, how good does The Last Guardian look?
Oh my
They
god.
haven't even
So good.
shown that much. They haven't even shown that much, and it looks amazing.
I can't do it anymore, dude. I can't wait for that game anymore. It's not like, a Zelda game, I always know a Zelda game's gonna come out, right? Or a Mario game's gonna come out, because Nintendo has to make them. But Team Eco is just, they seem like this idealistic company that if they don't have a good idea for a game,
They do what the
make-
fuck they want.
Exactly. This is gonna wind up being a 7-year wait for this game.
Yeah.
7 years.
And it's going to be great. It's going to be like probably 7 hours long, and it's going to be so fine-tuned and polished and perfect that it's not even going to matter.
And then either the boy or the thing dies. And then you
I don't even want to think about
Dude,
that.
I'm already getting
It's gonna make me
upset.
sad.
I'm already getting upset thinking about Trico dying. Like,
Already preparing for it.
I'm not even connected to him emotionally yet, and I'm already getting sad just thinking about it.
yeah. And
Miss Griffin, how can you not get upset over that? Remember Neverending Story? Falcor did that thing.
wasn't that a luck dragon?
Well, Griffin, dragon, it's
Luck
all relative.
Luck dragon, dude.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah, it's up.
I just checked the Damn Lag podcast chat, and they want us to talk more about good $5 Steam games. So maybe we could like put in a good 5 minutes for that later.
The Damn Life podcast chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yes, because this is live,
We'll maybe talk about the $5 Steam games.
It's just a personal request.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
There's Steam
hold on.
games for $5.
Hold on, we gotta wait 60 seconds. Everyone silent.
All right, are we really going to be silent for 60 seconds?
No, Kinky. Well, yes, there's actually $5 Steam games right now.
Okay.
There's no need to wait a minute.
Oh, I thought we were going to have a moment of silence for Steve Jobs or something. But, nah.
No.
Oh,
Oh, segue.
my brain.
Segue to NBA 2K12.
CNN. What do wait? I can't even segue off of anything here now. CNN had the title for like Steve Jobs' death, like the poet of the tech industry. Poet, guys, really?
Sure. He was a
poet.
master of no right clicking. I mean, think about that concept. Like, let's just have one click instead of two. That's
Okay, after everything
beautiful.
Steve Jobs did, we're gonna still be on his ass.
That's not how you
Like,
please girls, though.
You wouldn't be making fun of that if you knew how many people are too stupid to figure out how to right-click something.
True.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, he's a good guy, good cat. Sad to see him go.
I'm an Android user, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I use a Zune, so I don't really have any Apple products.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Podcast recorded on my Mac.
Official damn leg opinion of Steve Jobs' death.
I'm gonna have to release a PR list now. So. God,
What? Steve Jobs is dead. He can't not give us stuff.
dude, no, but Apple can like be like this. These guys are dicks. Like,
Damn,
like,
They are
Officially
going
says
to listen to
fuck
every
Apple.
single podcast.
oh, you know, they're eye mourning right now. Like, I can't do this, dude. I'm about to have a panic attack thinking about this podcast.
What does it matter anyway? It's
Rest
not
in
like they
peace,
have
Steve.
any-
Rest in peace. Anyway,
Steve
Ricky,
was a
NBA
fuck
2K12.
Alright, 2K12. Great game. Great game.
All right, Ricky. I
All
think
right,
Okay.
there we go. Our
Moving
next
on.
subject.
Ricky, I think
No.
you have a bit more of an opinion on NBA 2K12.
Literally, okay.
Take a deep
2K11.
breath. Take a deep breath.
Okay. Alright. 2K11 was by far the greatest sports simulation game of all fucking time.
NBA Street was better.
Okay. NBA Street was a great game. And those two are connected by Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Mhm, yeah.
It's better.
Very, very rare that he makes a video game appearance. At least back then. Now, now it's the norm because of 2K. Alright, I just kissed my 2K12 fucking box. That's how much I love it. From a gameplay standpoint, it is 2K11 on steroids. Everything that annoyed me with 2K11 is just fucking fine-tuned, polished, perfected. Like, there are so many animations. Like, okay, Steve, you know Derrick Rose? He's the MVP of last year.
Yes.
Okay. Plays for the Chicago Bulls. So when he's the fastest player in the NBA.
I only
When he
hear you
has a
talk about him every day for at least
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Well,
Me
I mean,
too.
it's the lockout now, so I can't. So, okay, he's the fastest player in the NBA. And this game makes speed actually matter. So on a fast break, the fast break, by the way, is back in NBA video games, finally. It's only taken 12 years. It's back. Feels great. So Derrick Rose on the fast break. There's an animation, because in real life, he'll throw the ball in front of him. It's kind of just like a weird, toss, and then he'll run so fast he'll catch up to it.
What?
And, yeah, it gives
That
him...
doesn't sound realistic at all.
No, yeah. This is what he does in real life. He throws the ball. It's just a little nice toss because it gives him, 0.4 seconds just faster getting across the full fucking court, which, counts. That's a whole, arm's length
So,
getting past the defender. And they have that animation down to a spot
so
on
there's a
2K12.
there's a man who was essentially Sonic the Hedgehog of basketball.
Yeah. He's Sonic the Hedgehog, except for he can jump really,
And
really
some
high.
good games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared.
Yeah, a bunch of my roommates, they're all real big Minecraft players, and they
So
mentioned
am I.
they mentioned a bunch of. I remember we were just talking, and they were like, "Yeah, so I just put that in my category of shit list," and I was like, "Oh, so where's Minecraft on that list?" And they got so mad at me.
Wait,
They were so upset that I said. They're not mad. They were just sad that I would say such a thing. And
Minecraft.
I've never played Minecraft. I just felt like making a joke. I don't know if it's a good game. It looks kind of fun.
Minecraft's a
It's
lot of fun,
addictive.
Steve.
I know. I want to play. I do want to give it a shot. I want to play it, but I didn't mean it. They just got so sad. Minecraft people love Minecraft.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, Steve.
Do you sympathize with how sad they were?
No, yeah, that's seriously.
They
That's
were
just a mean thing to say.
I don't know
Not
if I
because
can
of
work
his
for you
rap.
anymore under these conditions.
When I said that, they were just like, "Oh man, Steve, why would you say that?"
This sad frog face.
I was like, "Okay, didn't mean to." Anyway, I only played 2 games. For franchise mode, NBA
That's
2K12.
embarrassing.
All right, relax. Okay. Yeah, it's from. I need to play it more. But from my brief experience with it, it might be the GOAT as far as sports games go.
No, I mean it is. Dude, it's 2K 2K11 was such a good game. And it's just
The only thing
better
that's
than
holding it back
2K11.
is that it's not updated rosters with rookies.
Yeah, but I mean that's I'm
It's
just
not. I
saying
know it's not NBA 2K's fault.
I'm just talking strictly gameplay, I mean that's just annoying for like association and stuff. That I can't really start a real association yet until the lockout gets solved, but that does suck. That does really, really suck. And then the one problem I do have with it is, once again, not even gameplay. The gameplay's perfect, spot on, great simulation. The problem is they give you so much depth and not many options for practicing. They give you literally the entire playbooks for entire NBA teams, like down to 99.9% accuracy, and they don't let you practice those plays. They do, but they don't let you practice them all. And there's workarounds. They just make it really hard. Meaning, so you go into practice play, and they allow you to practice 4 set plays, 4 out of like 30. And you have to manually switch them to practice all of them. It's a really fucked up, convoluted system. It's not good at all. And then I still haven't found out a way to practice the new post game. The new post game. What's up? Well, I don't even know what that'd be called. Because it's not really an addition, but they completely fleshed out the post game to where you have to press triangle or Y for Xbox 360 to enter the post mode instead of holding L2 and R2 as opposed to last year. And it just feels so much better.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they have like.
You changed the button layout, and that's blowing your mind.
Yeah, no, they didn't just change the button layout. That's just to enter the post. So last year you'd enter the post with L2 and R2, and then had very limited, options on, what you could do inside of the post. This year they made it one button, which is just, I was just saying that just because that's nice. It's just easy, simple. But then once you actually enter the post, there are so many different options you can do. Oh my god.
As far as weeks go, this is going to be a hard week to ever top. As far as our week's games, we have Shadow, Ico, and maybe the greatest sports game of all time.
Well, Dark Souls.
Until next year.
Okay.
Why can't we talk about Dark Souls?
Well, next week we're going to talk. Next week's games. Heads up for next week. We're doing Dark Souls, Forza Motorsport 4, and because those tend to be 2 games that are difficult, specifically Dark Souls. I was thinking instead of doing which was going to be either Ace Combat or Gran Turismo 3 to contrast with Forza. I was thinking for a classic game we might do a really hard game, like a hard old classic game. We just talk about difficulty, and I was thinking Ghosts and Goblins.
That game's fucking hard.
Yeah, that game is stupid hard, or perhaps Battletoads. One of those 2.
Battletoads. I was about to say.
Battletoads isn't as hard.
I mean, I'd probably say Ghost and Goblins.
Wait, which Battletoads? Double Dragon or
The original for the NES.
You would have said Double Dragon Battletoads.
I never played that. Double Dragon's sick though.
The Double Dragon's hard as shit. So I was thinking, yeah, we do a hard game because Forza tends to be a bit hard, and Dark Souls is stupid hard. This game is stupid. This shit is dumb.
Yeah, I wonder how many reviewers actually
Preview of the review.
Yeah, I've been reviewing the crap out of that. Does anyone want to do a duel with me? Huh? Anyone? Genki?
Dude, Dark Souls looks great.
I can't even get past the first little part of the first game
You
when I
loser.
die.
You loser.
I die, and I'm in this world, and I'm like, okay, cool. How do I get out of here? And I cannot find a way out. And so I
Such a
stopped playing.
crappy gamer.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Whatever.
Go play Sonic 4.
No,
Game sucks.
I want to play good games.
Game was horrible. Hey, Genki, what happens when with the momentum?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you about this.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So
No.
anyway, next
Nothing
week.
to be said. That's why.
On that note,
It's not there.
There's nothing else to be said on this podcast.
Because it's, yeah.
The post game's great, guys.
The post game's great.
No,
Check
all
the
that.
check out the post podcast if you can after this, hosted by Chris Berman. But anyway, that's this week's episode. So next week we're doing Forza, Dark Souls, and probably Ghosts and Goblins. That seems to be what we're leaning towards. Everyone, maybe. We'll discuss it.
We'll
Keep you posted for that third game. So for myself, Ricky, Jared, and Genki, see you next week. Hope you enjoyed Lagged Out.